welcome back to Oktoberfire Gaming. Today we are back in War3zuk and just performing a quick test here. Okay, so let's see here. When we were last here, I was giving just kind of a brief overview of War3zuk, some of the things that are different from 7 days, and some of the quality of life enhancements that have been added to the game. I did mention that today is Horde Day, and that means that there will be a Horde coming soon. Something that kind of snuck up on me. I feel like the last time I played was a Horde night, and so somehow the last 7 days have gone by super fast. I'm not too worried about Horde today. I think I've got kind of a plan for how the Horde night is going to go. And shouldn't have too big of a problem with it, but being that this is 7 days and also War3zuk, it's entirely possible that I could be wrong. Really hoping not, but we'll see. See, first thing I wanted to do when I started today was actually go and mine some more nitrate and coal, because while I do have 6,000 gunpowder created, more is always better. But I think before I do that, I may go ahead and go visit some of the traders and maybe just see if I can buy some gunpowder, because buying gunpowder is usually a lot less effort than making it. So I will go ahead and grab some of my dukes, and let's head on over to trader and see what we can pick up. The closest trader is just up the road here. And as I mentioned in the last episode, the vehicles in this overhaul have increased speeds, not just because I've got both of the speed mods in there. I think they're a little bit faster than vanilla just by default, but I do also have the turbo and aerodynamic mods in there, so they will both increase my speed quite a bit. And this is, by the way, not holding shift to sprint. This is just driving. Not going faster than I normally would.
Greetings, stranger.
You're driving
I've got the best deals in Navisgain.
the mini bike or the motorcycle, and you're holding shift so you can go just a little bit faster. Not doing that. No. 80 gunpowder is not going to do it. Not even a little bit. You can go through bullets super fast in this without really paying attention. I hear an airdrop. So I think, once I check for schematics and books, I'm going to go take a look and see where
Much obliged,
that
stranger.
airdrop came down. Oh, and this is, by the way, a multi-trader.
Your money
There's
is welcome here.
two Joels here, and they are both independent traders. They both will give you jobs, so you can pick up 2 jobs at once, which can make doing jobs, questing, however you want to refer to it, a lot faster. Actually, you pick up 2 jobs at once and get twice as much done, provided they're close by each other.
Thank you, survivor. Check back soon.
Which is nice.
Get new merchandise daily.
And it gives you 2 opportunities, or twice the opportunities, to pick up more gear, more loot, more schematics or books, whatever. So let's go get this airdrop real quick. And it's afternoon, so I'm not going to go do anything really super dangerous at the moment. I could go and possibly raid a small POI, I suppose. It wouldn't take too long, but just a little concerned that I would get caught up in something and then lose track of time, as you know, you're wont to do. And I definitely don't want to do that right before a horde night, so I think we'll just go ahead and get this airdrop real quick. Now that is a decent airdrop. I mean, yes, I already know the book, but 6,000 nitrate, yes please, and the oil shale too, and you know, a little bit of ammo. Nothing to sneeze at by any stretch of the imagination. And I kind of feel like a lot of times in vanilla, the airdrops really aren't all that remarkable. You know, you just kind of, you go get them because they're there, and sometimes you'll get something really cool. You know, sometimes it's just a couple of cans of food or whatever. Sometimes you'll get a beaker when that's all you really need, or what have you, and sometimes you get some ammo. But they're usually not like really remarkable. They're just kind of, you know, like I said, something you go pick up because it's something different to do or whatever. So in War3zuk, I have not found that to be the case. In War3zuk, it seems like every airdrop is actually really worth picking up. So that's nice. And that, are those the same POI? Yeah, those are the same POI. How interesting. You don't usually see the same POI get generated right next to each other like that, but that's very interesting indeed. But yeah, so I feel like we spent the most of last episode, you know, driving around looking at POIs. So this time I think we will go and get a little bit more, go and get a little bit more work done. Make sure that the plan for horde night goes as well as can be expected, and then maybe even do horde night. Now this road that I've just driven up at a very high rate of speed, I actually spent day, I guess 27 now, going along and wrenching all of the cars. And as you may remember, I mentioned that the cars respawn, and so it's something that I have to do every so often, is, you know, go up the roads that I travel often and wrench all the cars, get all of them taken back apart, just because otherwise all of a sudden there's cars in my way again and you can't just go screaming up the road and not hit things. So it's you know, a little maintenance thing. And I think I haven't tested this yet, but I think if I were to interesting, if I were to break the 15,000 hit point, like the stone that gets left when you break something, if I were to completely break that, I think that they wouldn't respawn. I haven't tested that yet, but it's not something that I've had to really worry too much about. I don't, you know, if I have to go break down a bunch of cars and get a bunch of car parts and whatnot, that's actually probably a good thing for me. So, you know, I'm not going to worry too much about it. Let's see here. I am going to put this stuff away, and then I need to change something real quick. So one thing I have noticed in this overhaul, it may just be my computer. I don't want to say that it's specific to the overhaul because I don't know that for sure. If you notice, some of the textures aren't loading properly. This is because of texture streaming. And it's a lot more noticeable with the standard Forge, which I don't have. But like these boxes are not very, they're not very clear. And they definitely should be, I think. And, you know, like I said, I don't think that that is War3zuk specifically. I've only noticed it in War3zuk. But it could just be my computer. It could be something about the options that I have. Something I've configured in my computer isn't configured properly or what have you. But there is a command that I can run that turns off texture streaming. I just need to find it really quick. And then you put it into the console. It's GFX space ST space budget space 0. And that causes the game to stop trying to stream the textures, and it forces it instead to load all the textures. So, like, we come back over to these boxes now, and they don't seem quite as blurry. Like, they're a little bit clearer, specifically the edges and what have you. And like I said, that's something that I have noticed just when playing War3zuk recently. 7 days, regular vanilla 7 days doesn't seem to have that problem. And, you know, it's minor, really minor, something I can fix fairly easily. So now we are going to have a horde in 8 hours. So I think what I'm going to do is take a look at how much coal I have. I have a lot of coal. Take a look at how much nitrate I have, and I just went out and actually dug up a bunch of nitrate yesterday maybe. So even without counting that airdrop, I've got a lot of nitrate. And I am going to put a bunch of gunpowder crafting. Now I wonder what it would take to make the big stacks of gunpowder. And I don't recall. Stack of gunpowder, there it is. Stack of gunpowder requires demolitions expert, and if I remember correctly, that is not something that I ever put points into. And I am correct, I have not put points into demolitions expert. So, we are going to make gunpowder the old-fashioned way. I normally will make 6,000 gunpowder. If I have to make a lot of gunpowder, I'll make 6,000 at a time. I don't like making more than that, just because I'm always worried that I'm going to overflow my outputs, and I'm going to lose a bunch of materials or something like that. So I'll fill it up, make exactly as much, because I think stacks of gunpowder are... No, stacks of gunpowder in War3zuk are 6,000 at least. Right? Because I just put a big stack of gunpowder away. It's more than 6,000. But do these stack up to 30,000, I wonder? Interesting. So I don't have to worry about overloading the chemistry station. That is very cool. And good to know. Okay, so I am going to put my candy away because it's not necessary. And then, since we got a few hours, I'm going to go take a look at... Oh, good thing I got parkour. That could have just hurt. I'm going to go over here and take a look at my horde base. Now, I could use this structure here as a horde base. It's actually really easy to defend. I think I mentioned this in my last episode. It's up off the ground, you know, zombies cannot jump. They can't make this jump. It's just not something that they're able to do. I can make it fairly easily because I've got several points in parkour, but they cannot, and they won't even try. So what zombies will do is they will see this right down here. There's a ladder. Okay, so the zombies see this, and this is their way to get up to me. That's what they're going to come after. They're gonna head over here. They're gonna try to break through these pilings and get to me. Now I have repaired most of these pilings. I may have to get some steel and do a couple more quick repairs. But I can, if I wanted to, I could stand right here all of Horde Night and just shoot the zombies. I could beat them with my melee weapons if I wanted to. You know, you're basically fairly safe right here, with a few notable exceptions. And those notable exceptions are that some of the zombies can squeeze through those bars. I found that out almost to my demise while playing a new playthrough of War3zuk with a friend of mine. The spider zombies can apparently crawl through that gap. The Wendigo, which is one of the Snufkins zombies, can squeeze through that gap, and possibly some of the others. But also, if there are a lot of zombies and they're all kind of mobbing that area, they will push each other through. So, oh, apparently I painted that, maybe? I don't know. They'll push each other through, so you have to be careful, because if there's a ton of zombies there, eventually they will start coming through, and that could be a very bad day for you. I'm going to grab some steel and go back down and fix that. Now, it's good to have that. It's good to have the ladder there, because it means that the zombies have a place to attack and try to get to you. If that wasn't there, then they would just go into break everything mode, and they would literally just start bashing away on all of the pylons. And, you know, like I mentioned, the pylons are reinforced concrete centers, and then they have these plates on the outside that are wood. Although I think I may have upgraded. Ooh, I did not want to do that. They're wood plates on the outside that I can upgrade to cobblestone and then concrete if I wanted to, but I haven't needed to yet. And anyway, so the zombies are down there. They're beating on the steel poles, trying to get in, and you can stand up here shooting from all four directions. And you've got really good angles. This base is really good to defend if you've got multiple people. Because, you know, each person can be in one of the corners shooting the zombies that are coming in. You've got the bars underneath you, so, you know, cops and whatnot won't spit on you. They'll hit the bars. And it's just a really good spot to defend. It's a really good spot to defend if you've got a lot of ammo as well. So, I have been trying to avoid spending tons and tons of ammo down there so far. Just because I still am of the mindset that using all of your ammo is not something I like to do necessarily. You know, it's just something that I've always tried to conserve my ammo when possible. And if there's an easier way to defend yourself on Horde Night where you're not spending all of your ammo to do it, then that seems to me to be the better way of doing things. So that's kind of what I do. And instead, I kind of go... Let's see here. I want the 45. That's going to use all my bullet tips, and that'll give me... I think that's just for my Colt, but I want to build a an AK in 45 ACP soon as well, so I may go ahead and just do that. Plus, it's the type of ammo I have the least amount of. Maybe I'll do half. Yeah, I'll do half. That works. Okay, so Now, I don't like spending ammo, as I mentioned. And if I can get away with not spending ammo and still survive a horde night, then that's what I'm going to do. So, to that end, I am going to get ready for this horde night by doing a couple of things here. One, I need to eat some food and drink. So I think that will be my very first priority, to eat and drink something, because otherwise, no stamina, and I don't want to go into horde night while I am hungry and thirsty. What do I have? I have a lot of water. So much water. 276 water, so, you know, that's good. Grab some beverages, get some food. Let's see, we'll drink the red tea for the efficient digestion. The yucca juice because it's really good for you as far as your thirst goes. And then for food, I think I'm just gonna eat some chunky hobo stew. I might eat 2 of the, yeah, I'll eat 2 of the hobo stews. Now, I have more food in my horde base. I find that it's a good idea, actually, to keep food and drink in your horde base. You never know what will happen. So it's good to have there. And I do have a water purifier mod, so I think I'm going to take murky water and just keep it on me so that I don't have to worry about getting set on fire from my own Molotovs, which I have plenty of. I'm going to take those with me. I will not be taking anything else. I've got the weapons that I normally use. I've got a bunch of ammo. I don't think I'm going to have to worry too much about it. I will take some Molotovs just because Molotovs in the base that I've got, the base design that I have, work really well. So that should be fine. I will take a little bit of first aid. I think I'm going to keep the special injections here. Now, War3zuk has special types of infections. It's not just the regular zombie infection. You can get other kinds of infections. So there's bird flu. If you get hit by birds, they have a chance to give you bird flu. There's bollock rot, there's brain herpes, and there's MRSA. And I'm not entirely sure where these come from. Some of these, they come from other types of zombies. The bird flu, I think, comes from birds specifically. The other ones come from others. But these infections are special in that once you get hit, you have 60 minutes to make and use one of these special injector kits. If you don't, you die. So the standard infection takes a while to kill you. These will kill you in 60 minutes in game if you don't take the special injections. So nice to have a few of those handy, you know, and made and ready just in case. And so I think I got these from completing the medic class quests, and that's why they're in that box. I will not be too far from my base, so I'm gonna just leave them there. But now that I've had food and drink, open this thing up again. Put those in there. Now that I've had food and drink, I am going to deal with apparently a small wandering horde, maybe? Maybe a small wandering horde. But I'm going to go back over to my base so that you can actually see what my plan is for my base. So first, I have a couple of different vehicles, and I'm got these parked here for a reason. because one of the add-ons for War3zuk is a much brighter headlights. So there you go. They're just, I don't want to say obnoxiously bright. They are very bright, and it is a good thing that they are so bright, because the number of times I've been, you know, you drive around in 7 days and you turn your headlight on and you're like, well, now I can see a little bit of the road in front of me, but not a whole lot. And it's like, I wish I had either more headlights or better headlights or something like that. And well, the headlights in War3zuk, the HD headlights upgrade, it's an upgrade. It's a very nice upgrade. So I'm going to park them, one on each side, kind of facing the stairs here. You may recognize this. It's kind of a, I think I mentioned before, it's a variation on the fishhook semi-AFK base using a sledge turret at the top. I like sledge turrets. People will tell you that sledge turrets are useless, and those people are without a doubt wrong. They enable a play style that maybe some people don't like. You know, there are definitely people who don't like AFK type horde bases, and that's fine. You know, there are people who would much rather be down there on the ground smacking things with their fists or you know, baseball bats, and trying to survive that way, and you know, more power to them. That is not how I want to play. That's not how I like to play, and I need some more metal, more iron rather. So I'm gonna go get that real quick before this kicks off. Just because the only thing separating me from zombies is 2 iron hatches. Like that's literally it. You know, the zombies can walk all the way up to, they can walk all the way up to me, and they can start beating on those hatches. And if they start beating on the hatches and I don't have anything to repair them, then I could have a very bad day. So I am going to make sure that I take some iron with me. I should have already had some up there, but apparently I forgot. Good thing I remembered prior to Horde Night. So I will take it up here, and that way I can repair my hatches if need be. I'm going to pick up the sledge turret, and it's only a rating 4. It has me a bit concerned. Now, my sledge turret, just so you can see, has a single mod in it. That doesn't make sense. I should definitely have more mods than that. I wonder, I do have the time. We're about to start hearing thunder, but I think I still have some time to check out what mods I have and slap something else into this. Maybe even find a better sledge turret in one of my boxes here. Let's see, first off, if I have a better sledge turret. I do. I definitely have a better sledge turret, so take the mod out of here. I'm going to put it into here. And the structural brace mod is lowers the degradation by 25%. It seems like it works in a sledge turret, so I'm going to put it in there. I also need a repair kit. Let's see, what other mods can I put into the sledge turret? If I had... Fortifying Grip mod does not. It's not necessary. The Rad Remover mod, it will work. The other one I would like would be a flaming... No. Burning, right? Burning shaft. The Burning Shaft mod. Steel, glue, oil, and gas can. Steel, glue, oil, and gas can. Steel, glue, oil, gas can. How long is it going to take? 1 minute. And I'm building the burning shaft mod to put onto here, because it will actually work, and it does hurt zombies. It can set them on fire too, which is really kind of cool. And then I think I'm also going to put the rad remover in, just because I can put 3 mods in, and you know, if you can do it, why wouldn't you? Go and repair it. And then I'll put those back. You may have noticed these repair kits here. War3zuk uses special repair kits for weapons. So, like, for example, handguns have a repair kit, and shotguns have a repair kit, automatic rifles and hunting rifles, they all have repair kits. And that kind of makes sense. I mean, not all guns use the same parts. Yes, they have barrels. Yes, they have triggers. You know, you can tell I'm a big gun person, right? Because I know all the technical names. But it kind of makes sense to me that you would have special repair kits for different classes of firearms, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. And so I kind of like that that's in there. So the burning shaft mod is done. I'm going to put that into this turret. I do want to find a rating 6 turret, but for now the rating 5 will work. Last Horde Night, day 21, I went the entire Horde Night without my turret breaking, and I haven't heard any thunder yet. That kind of has me a bit concerned, because it is a Horde Night, and I thought thunder started at 6 p.m. But this might not work properly. Let me... There's the thunder. I try to place these just right, because what I'm trying to do, the reason I have this base built the way it is, because I don't want a demolisher to come up, get hit by the turret, and blow everything apart. You know, that's kind of the worst case scenario, is demolishers breaking everything. So I put the turret on a half block, so it's a little bit low. And then when the demolishers come up, if you like, take a look at the demolisher, the button is kind of in the right shoulder area. And so coming up here, it's not going to hit the shoulder, or it's not going to hit the right side of the demolisher. Even when the demolisher is turning, it's still going to hit the demolisher's left side, and that's true all the way around. You know, a lot of theory crafting and testing and whatnot has gone into finding the perfect placement for... perfect placement for sledge turrets when it comes to demolishers, and you know, there's at least one person on the Darkness Falls Discord who likes to jokingly say, you know, they're the founder of the Church of the Sledge Turret, but they've done a whole lot of testing. They've managed to between that and just studying the zombie AI, they have constructed just these phenomenal bases made out of only cobblestone, using sledge turrets and zombie pathing against the zombies. They can use plain cobblestone bases to survive just ridiculous hordes. You know, unending screamer chains and that kind of a thing. It's really kind of cool. So, you know, something like this doesn't seem like it's a whole lot of effort, or it's really kind of self-explanatory, but you know, when you take a look at how much thought and effort has gone into finding just the right kind of placement for these things, you know, using the half blocks instead of the full blocks, or you know, what have you. Apparently these half blocks actually work a little bit better than the full blocks, because the way they cause the zombies to path, it's even less of a chance that the turret's gonna reach out and touch a button that it's not supposed to, I guess. So that's kind of why those are up there. In this particular case, I have the blocks as the stairs instead of actually creating a staircase. And the reason for that is because if you put stairs, then they can just run right up, and that's not what I want. I want to slow down the zombies as they are coming, because I don't want to have to deal with the whole press of them right at the hatch. So that's kind of what that's there for, is, you know, they take their time jumping and whatnot, one block at a time up there, and then the turret will do its job and kind of smack them off the side. And most of them get smacked right off the side, and every once in a while one of them will come all the way around and get close to this door, and I will just sit in here. You know, there's kind of a nice spot to sit is kind of right about here, because nothing is going to spit at you or shoot at you or any of that stuff, and you've got a view of the top couple of steps. You've got a view of the entire path. It's not a very long path. You can watch your turret to make sure it's doing its job, and then, you know, you can defend yourself against vultures and whatnot. And I'm actually thinking I should have upgraded the bars above me, because they are just wood, and we're starting to get to the point where the vultures are actually a pretty big deal. And so I want to do that real quick, because I don't want to have something sneak in over the top and surprise me in the middle of the night. That is not my idea of a good time. Let's see, I think there were 60? Or there were six sets of bars, so I'll take 60 forged iron bars, and then I have a few left over for repairs. I really do like those headlights. Look at that. I mean, you don't have to worry about visibility down there at all. You don't need to put in. I mean, the torches now are superfluous. They're not necessary at all. You know, they're just there, kind of, if I forget to bring my vehicles over. So let's see here. Got my trusty nail gun. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yep, I have 11 bars left. Now, since I'm going into Horde Night, I won't need these tools. They just take up space. They're not necessary to have in my inventory. I don't think I need wood. Everything I have up here is repaired via iron or forged iron. I have repair kits in case I need to repair the sledge turret. I don't need my impact driver. I'll put this here for fire, that there for fire. And I'm going to take... Well, I don't even need my claw hammer anymore. I had that up here just in case. I think these can all stay in here. They're not really necessary. I'm going to keep the health bars on me. I will take the concrete, 'cause that is nice to have. You can tell since the last Horde Night, the weapons that I have actually gotten a lot better. You know, I've got 4 different blunderbusses in here. And they actually might have been here for a couple of Horde Nights. I don't really recall at this point, but they can all go away now. They're not necessary up here. They're just taking up space. So yeah, that's needed to repair that. That's kind of where I'm at. Horde Night is going to be starting soon, and we will see what Horde Night is going to be like. Day 21 was really kind of slow, and I don't want to say it was boring, but there was not a whole lot happened. I mean, it really was kind of a slow burn the entire night. There were no cases where I was really concerned that I was going to be in danger or anything like that. I have these doors here in case I need to check on, you know, my vehicles to either side, or I want to see Every once in a while, zombies will spawn inside my house, even though it's inside of my claim block. That's what the green lines over there are for. I don't know why they are. I think it's because of the altitude that I'm at and how far away zombies spawn. The POI does normally have some terrain blocks up on the roof, but I have removed all of them. There's no terrain blocks on any of the other floors or under it. On the base down there, those are all reinforced concrete. So I know people have said that zombies on a horde night will spawn on terrain blocks, but there's none there for them to spawn on. And they can't climb up into that POI, so there's really no reason they should be spawning in there. So like I said, I think it's just some combination of me being at this height and the building being a certain distance away, and they just spawn in there because the AI is like, okay, I need to spawn a couple of zombies, and they need to be at this distance, and, you know, boom, there you go. So this is here, so I can take a look. Unfortunately, this last week I did change all of my windows from just open windows to bulletproof glass, so without really thinking about it. Now if there are zombies inside there, I can't do anything about it until after Horde Night is over, which was kind of an oversight on my part. And then I have this one to kind of look at the back side of the base and see, you know, if a whole lot of lots of things are coming, or, you know, whatever. I can throw explosives down there. And then the door in back with a bicycle at the bottom. So if I need to bug out, I can. There's a ladder back here that doesn't go all the way down because I don't want the zombies to be able to climb up, but something is moving right over there. Bummer luck, buddy. But if I need to bug out, I can. So that is kind of, you know, this is kind of a large coffin, if I do say so myself. I can climb up here. If I need to climb up here to grab, you know, loot bags or whatever, zombies can't climb up on top of that because of how I have put these blocks. If they start stacking up, then they will just fall off to the side. Again, this is just a half block here. But yeah, that's how this horde base is set up. It's fairly simple. It's slightly AFK. If I built it a little bit differently and had a couple of these turns, you know, so it went around like that and then looped back around down onto the street, like, so the stairs were going down the street towards my Jeep. I could actually have 2 of these turrets, and then I would not ever have to worry about zombies getting anywhere near me. But that's why it's only semi-AFK instead of full AFK. So, anyway, I am going to cut this video here, and we'll come back just before Horde Night starts. I do want to thank you for joining me. Thank you for kind of hanging out with me for, you know, part of this day and seeing how I'm getting prepared for what should be a slightly better Horde Night than last time. And we'll see what War3zuk has in store for us on this Blood Moon. So I want to say thank you and have a wonderful day.